Deb here, and as requested, I'm going to start speaking about some of the dolls that you see behind me every week. And I thought, you remember, well, if you've watched my other videos, I have mentioned that I didn't have Barbies when I was a kid. I had other fashion dolls, and nobody in my neighborhood had Barbies. I did, however, have a couple of Mattel dolls, fashion dolls, and this was my first one. Dear, dear Francie. And she's my favorite because I'm guessing my parents probably got Francie for me because I was convinced that she was to represent Nancy Sinatra, because she was Barbie's mod cousin, and she had this color hair, and Nancy's hair is lighter later, but it was like this during the Boots years, and brown eyes, and she's smaller than other fashion dolls. So I was convinced this was Nancy. I even mentioned that on Facebook when Nancy Sinatra had Facebook, because she didn't say, she gave me a thumbs up, but she's just a nice person. She probably just did that. Anyway, Francie was made in 1966 originally. She was Barbie's mod cousin, another reason I thought she was Nancy. And she's small, and I don't know. I just love Francie. She's gone through a lot of different, different versions throughout the years. But this is actually this is the second issue, Francie. But there she is. She's the first Mattel fashion doll to have rooted eyelashes. Did you know that? And there's my Francie, my buddy. Francie had a friend named Casey. And they made Casey the same size as Francie so they could share clothes. And let's see, Casey was made in 1967. And this is an original swimsuit. That was Francie's original outfit too. And Casey, she just always had such a happy face, you know. I like Casey. And she came with one gold earring, which my Casey doesn't. Well, I think she did. Anyway, Casey's a doll. She's one of those dolls that I didn't think I'd ever have. I didn't have her as a kid. But I think I got her at a doll show once. And also with the rooted lashes and that happy, happy face. And then after Casey was, I said 67. Then they made Twiggy. Twiggy was next to Nancy Sinatra. She was the grooviest girl in the 60s. She was a famous fashion model from England. There's her boots. This outfit is called, let me cheat, it's called Turnout Dress. It's from 1968. And Twiggy was the first real person that Mattel made a fashion doll of. 1968. And Twiggy was made using the exact same mold as Casey, except they changed the makeup. And I said in my doll room tour, I was at a doll museum, and they had Casey on display as Twiggy. I didn't correct them. Why do that? But anyway, that's Twiggy. And she was so groovy. And she was British. Everything British I have loved as long as I can remember. And speaking of a British friend, this is Barbie's mod friend, Stacy. And she was British. They had talking Stacys. I don't have one. She's the other Mattel fashion doll I had from my childhood in the 60s. I probably asked for her because she was British. Look at that gorgeous long hair. That's an original swimsuit. Stacy was made in 1968, and she was retired in 1971, which is a shame because Stacy was one groovy doll. And I don't understand why they retired her. And now they make the little kid Stacy, which is confusing to me. But I guess people have the same name. It's just looks like they want to come up with a different name. But anyway, I have two Stacys. This is from my childhood. This one I got in a very unusual place. I was grocery shopping with my dad when I was probably 11 or 12, and a Big Bear store. That was an old grocery store when I was a kid. They had a bin of dolls, and this doll was in there for $2. And I'm thinking, oh, it was that awkward time when I wasn't really playing with dolls, but I still wanted my dolls. So I really didn't know whether I should say something, but I kind of picked her up and looked at her, and Dad says, "Why don't you get that?" That was my daddy. Plus, she was redhead. My mama was a redhead, so I probably played it. So he bought her for me, and I don't know how. It was probably 1969, I'm guessing. But anyway, I've had a lot of fun. I didn't play with her as much as I played with her, but they also made a Stacy with a little bob flip hairdo. But she was retired in 1971. So I hope you enjoyed this little visit to my Barbie friends and cousin, mod friend, mod cousin. So, and I hope you will comment. I hope you like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And I will be showing you more of my friends back there in future videos. But for now, toodles!